Hello and welcome to the overview of our 2008 Holiday Bible Week video.
We've gathered together a selection of video clips to remind you of all we've shared this summer.
Through all those teaching times to each of the age groups in the youth, the adults in the sessions with the various teachers, as well as the waterfront activities, the fun times. And what about the bistro night and all of those wonderful times that God gave us each week? Enjoy this video.
I learned that a little faith in a big God can go a long way.
Ooh, what'd you learn?
I learned that you only need this much faith and you can do anything.
To place your faith inside of Him.
That's what it's all about, is really not seeing things, but having faith that God is there and God is faithful.
It's about the simplicity of pure devotion to Christ and how easily we stray from that.
When we hear those messages, it actually challenges us to examine ourselves. It is so important that we sometimes stop and examine.
The constant reminder that Jesus needs to be the center of my life and that I can't do it by myself. I need Jesus to be in control.
Over the course of the week, it just kind of sunk in that He can take care of us. He's got a plan for us, and it's amazing.
And it's not by how much faith you have, it's where you're putting your faith.
Of course, that which we heard Paul speak to Timothy is also a message to us, because we're in this relay too, and we all have our lap to run. What a privilege, what a mandate to be a part of what God is doing on earth, in time, in these exciting days. It's been a good week together.
Well, we were talking about a little faith and a big God goes a long way.
The teaching is fantastic. It's Christ-centered and Christ-based.
I enjoyed the special times with the Lord that we had during our teaching time.
It's been great having speakers tackle a whole book front to back.
And so when Peter writes and says we are a chosen nation, a royal priesthood, we are all of that. We are God's possession to exclaim and to proclaim the excellencies of God. That's what we learned this past week in the book of Numbers. A marvelous week.
Through the teaching this week, we have found it very encouraging to be reminded to rest.
The stillness, the peace, the quietness that you have just to be with the Lord and to hear His voice.
Everything's taken care of. We're fed. The children have activities and fun things to do. And then we get good feeding too in the way of teaching in the Word.
The book of Hebrews is all about the Lord Jesus Christ, and He is the Christian life. So rest in Him. In other words, let God be God in terms of your humanity.
Go back to the basics. The speakers have all been really talking about faith.
There's so many things for the family to do during the day that helps to develop special family bonds when you're having adventures together.
I enjoyed the balance between studying the Bible and good teaching, but also having fun with the family.
My wife doesn't have to cook. We don't have to worry about meals. The people here are amazing, and the service is outstanding.
Can't think of a better place to spend a family vacation than right here.
It really was our pleasure to serve you in all the faithfulness of God and in such rich environments filled with the glory of God.
We are so glad to have shared this summer with you.
Until next year, or until the Lord returns, keep pressing on, rejoicing in all that He is. And don't forget, the blessings are always to pass on, that He can multiply His joy in your life.